Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Thomas from C2C Stamping, and it's nice to see you. I'm gonna make sure that I can see us on the Facebooks. Let's make sure I can see you on the computer. We are going to have some fun tonight with a fall project. So we're gonna actually do paper pumpkin. So here we go. I'm gonna flip this down and we're gonna get to go. All right. So let's make sure we're all straight. I just want to make sure I've got us in the picture. Sorry, doing a little adjusting. No, other way. Okay, better. Sorry. Just trying to get us straight. If you're here, say hello. If you get paper pumpkins, say hello. I know we've got a lot of paper pumpkin fans out there. I just got this in the mail today, and it's a very pretty box. It's a little rough, like it got a little squishy, but it's still a pretty box, and it definitely gives us a hint on what's on the inside. So normally September is I like the green paper on the inside this time. Normally September is our Halloween paper pumpkin, but this time, Shelly Gardner, who is the founder of Stampin Up, designed the kit, and she has a very shabby chic style, and we're gonna play with her designs. So I knew that this included 6 little treat packages and 6, actually includes 8, which is even better, and little bags. And so I'm excited to play with these because I am gonna make little neighbor gifts with them. So that'll be fun. So really, when you get paper pumpkin, everything you get is included, everything you need is included in the box. The only thing you might want is a pair of scissors. And then the first time you subscribe with your email address, so if you subscribed before, maybe in the past or something, just subscribe with a fresh email address because you'll get a block. So we've got some cute little pumpkins. We've got the little bags. The bags have like a textured pattern on them, so really nice. We've got some glue dots. We've got some tear and tape. We've got some nice little labels, some greenery. And then there's also some gold greenery as well, which is really pretty. Oh, it's very thick. Is that just one piece? That's wild. It's just one piece. Okay, I'm gonna put the two together because it does look like maybe it's delicate. I don't know. Although the paper itself is pretty thick. But so I'm just gonna pull it out. This is one of the tricks. If you ever get a kit that has anything die cut in it, I highly encourage you to layer the die cut pieces together, and then when you pull them out, they'll be a little bit sturdier, and you'll be able to get them out without hurting the pieces, because sometimes they can be delicate. So we're just gonna make some piles. I do like to punch everything out first when I'm making stuff, because then I can kind of clear my work surface, and then I can see everything, kind of find all my pieces. So we're gonna get all these guys out. All right. And then next week, make sure you come back because we're gonna do another round of Halloween next week. So next week, we'll finish up some Halloween designs. I've got one more senior class next week with Halloween. I'm doing a different set of designs for them. And then after that, we'll switch. We'll do a little fall, and we'll do some Christmas as well. So I'm trying to, make a pile. All right, I do keep the labels in this sheet only because if I don't use them all, And these I tend to lose on my work surface. All right, these are cute leaves. Love these pumpkins too. All right, so we're gonna punch all of these out, and then we're gonna see. So we're making one card and one bag, and I'm assuming we can just tuck the little card in the bag, and that's super cute. I think these will make really sweet neighbor gifts. Now I'll just have to decide once I build them what I want to put in them. All right, and I know, who doesn't love Halloween? I can't see me, but that doesn't mean that you can't see me, so we'll just roll with it. All right, so the stamp set has a couple of different things. It says grateful for you, thank you, for you, thanks, with love and gratitude. So we've definitely got some options here. It looks like for the bag, we're just going to assemble, and then we're gonna stamp a little label, like an oblong label. So that'll be pretty easy. And then the little banners, we can just put with love and gratitude. So I'm going to probably do my stamping first. And I'm gonna do grateful for you and with love and gratitude. And then we need this stamp because we're gonna stamp a little bit on the card bases, which is nice. The Stampin' Spot we got this time was Lost Lagoon, which is one of my favorite past colors. So Lost Lagoon was an in color when I first became a demonstrator 10 years ago. And I loved it. But it was only around for a year. When I first came in, it had already been there, I think, for a year. And so I was very sad when it went. And I'm very happy when it came back this summer. So, all right, so with the little tiny sentiments, and really with anything, I just usually bring the spot to the stamp and then I stamp it. We actually got a survey about Stampin' Spots as a demonstrator, and that was one of the questions they asked was, do you take the spot to the stamp or the stamp to the spot? And I thought that was interesting that they, you know, they've observed people stamping, right? And so they know that we have a variety of ways that we stamp. It's cute. Oh, that E wasn't inked up. Nice. So I'm just gonna stamp them all because I have a feeling there's more than 8, and I definitely probably did one crooked. So that's okay. Like, I'll just stamp them all and then we'll come back. All right, and then I'm gonna mount this on the other side, which I'm sure seems crazy to everybody, but I actually do need to be able to see a little bit, so I'm gonna take that off. All right, let's see, grateful for you, nice. The other difference is that our Stampin' Spots are actually felt pads, like our old stamp pads used to be. And then they moved our big stamp pads to these sponge-like ones. And so I think that's a really interesting question. So you tell me, do you bring the spot to the stamp? I wanna know. And then do you like our felt pads, which is like our Stampin' Spot, or do you like our, sponge pads, like the new ones we have? Very curious. So felt versus sponge. And do you bring the spot to the stamp, or do you bring the stamp to the spot? Of course, I'm a lefty, so everything's kind of backwards anyways, right? All right, so there we go. We've got all of our little sentiments stamped. That's awesome. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stamp the card bases with a little bit of the leaves. So we're just gonna stamp this. So sometimes when you're using photopolymer stamps and you use this, you get kind of this, I don't know what to call it, but it's like modeling. So one of the things I've learned is to get a wipey. we're gonna stamp it on a scratch piece of paper. And then we're also going to, let's see, is this an envelope I can use? Yes. So we're gonna stamp it. And if I had stamped that on there, it would have come out kind of funny. And so I don't want that. So I'm gonna wipe it. So sometimes just wiping it, like stamping once and wiping it will help. Sometimes you have to do another technique. So let's see if that helped. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I would agree, Veronica. I think that the Stampin' Spots, because they're felt pads, they're not as juicy. And so you just get a better, image. It's not as inky, you know? So, all right, so that's already better than this one. Great. So sometimes it just takes a few inkings to kind of get it where you want it. Basically, there's a coating on photopolymer stamps, and so sometimes you can get it just by stamping, and you can get it where you want it. Other times, you might have to take an eraser to the stamp itself, so you can just get one of your erasers. I happen to have one here. And so sometimes I just use it and it kind of just removes the coating, especially on these larger pieces, these like kind of weird leafy pieces. And then I'll come in with my pencil or my wipey and I'll clean it off again. And then we're gonna try one more time and see if we get the image we want. And then the other thing to remember with photopolymer stamps, especially larger images like this, is that you need to hold it and give it a second for the ink to kind of pool and puddle off. So yeah, that's better. Definitely better than our first attempt. So that's good. Hi Miriam, welcome. Hi Pat, hi Veronica. All right, so now we're gonna stamp, and I don't have my grid paper, but we're gonna be stamping off. So we're gonna use what we've got, which is a little ad here. No big deal. All right, so they just want us to stamp a couple of these in random places. So I'm gonna kind of hold it and stamp. And then we're just gonna get a little tone on tone look here. And they really just want these top leaves. So I'm just gonna do one over here and then maybe one more. So it looks like they just want like 3 sets of leaves. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So now we're gonna build our little card front piece. So they've got us using the glue dots, which is fine. Probably for the gold piece I'll use that, but I probably won't use it for the other pieces just because I get, I think it's too difficult. These feel so thick. It's weird, they almost feel like they have adhesive on the back, but I know they don't. So I find it, I can get a glue dot up and I can get it on there just by peeling it up because I have pretty thin nails. If you don't, or if you have any kind of like manicure, then you'll probably want to use like a spatula. The spatula tool can do that pretty easily. You could use the pick tool, which is on the other side. And that also, you know, gets those pieces up and off. You do not need as much adhesive as I'm putting on here though. But then I find that this is also easy to go ahead and like pull those pieces off. So just kind of flip them up, move them over, flip it up, move it over. You could do some liquid glue behind here too. So if you had your own like Tombow liquid glue and you wanted to do that, you could do that. You don't have to use the little glue dots. All right, so then we're gonna have the gold is gonna go up here. And then we're gonna have some leaves. Glue, okay. I was like, where's my glue? It's literally in the same place every single time, y'all, but whatever. All right, and then, let's see. So you tell me, do you like this non-traditional kind of fall color scheme? Or are you more of a traditionalist? I would love to know. And then we're gonna have, oh, that's interesting. So then they put the sentiment down with the glue dots. I'm just gonna use the glue. And so, just want to make sure I do this right. I'm building it upside down, which is always a little bit more challenging. Let's see. And then we're gonna put the, oh, that's way too big. It's not high enough. Oh, let's see. That is the nice piece about wet glue, right? You can like reposition and decide to redo. All right. So then we'll put the large pumpkin, and it looks like we're gonna do the large pumpkin on dimensionals. So we've got some mini dimensionals in the pack, which is nice. And then they put this pumpkin kind of in the front, and so we'll do that. They put 2 dimensionals on the bottom edge and a little bit of glue here. So we're just gonna do a little bit of glue where it overlaps, and then we're gonna do 2 dimensionals on the bottom. If we put the dimensionals over here, then it would like pop it up really awkwardly, right? So now it's gonna be like well rested over there. Nice. So if you're watching, I've definitely noticed lots of people have been watching lately, and that's awesome. I just want to make sure you're subscribing, like you're following my page, and you're going to get notifications when I go live again. So you used to be a traditionalist, you like modern now. Yeah, I think I also used to be a traditionalist, but I love the look of this. I think this is a really beautiful color combination. The envelopes are really nice as well. This is an envelope that you probably wouldn't seal, just so they can see how pretty it is when you stick it in. So lovely card with a really cute envelope. And then let's build the box. So alrighty, here we go. We're gonna build a box. So to build the box, we're going to put some tear and tape on the, we've got this flap. They kind of show us in the directions. So I'll build it towards you guys. Goodness, I really am gonna have to figure this Facebook video thing out. All right, we're gonna pull our tear and tape, and we are going to, on this side, we're gonna put tear and tape on, we're gonna flip this big flap up, and we're gonna put tear and tape on the inside here. So just tear the tape, just like that. And then we're gonna put a little bit of tear and tape on the outside there. Then we're going to flip it over, and we're gonna put just a little bit of tear and tape on this other little end. All right, so then, they also show that we can put a couple of glue dots here to kind of hold this down. I might do something different for that, but I'll show you how to build the bottom piece. If you wanted to store these, you might not want to build them yet. There are some side gussets here as well, so that's really nice. When we build it, we're going to put these 2 in first. Then we're going to put this one in, and then we're going to put this one. Okay, so these 2, we're going to peel the tear and tape from the sides off. And remember, don't peel it from the end, peel it from the side, right? That'll help it not pull up. So we're going to fold these guys in first. And I'm actually just going to fold them pretty straight first. Then we're gonna fold this guy in, and I'm gonna put my hand in the middle, and hopefully we're gonna get it to go just where we think it should go. Just a little off, but that's okay. Then we'll pull this piece, and we're gonna hopefully square it up a little bit better than what I did. And then what's nice about this is it is a gusseted bag. It actually could, it looks like it wouldn't fold flat, but it should kind of crease down well, so that, you know, when you close it, right, then you have a really cute little bag. I'm gonna actually, I'll add a little bit of ribbon and I'll show you what I'm gonna do, because they, what they do is they build, and we can still do this, so they have a gold one of these, and then they're adding one of these to the top. And the way that they did that was they built it from the back forward, which is a really good way to do it. So they put some glue dots on a few pieces in the middle to help hold down the pieces that are going to go on the front. So they're just adding some glue dots right here in the middle. I'll do one more there. And then these pieces are going to, once we pull off the white part, which we can do that. Get that one off. Then we can layer this piece on top. Okay. And then we're gonna layer our Grateful for You on top of that with some dimensionals. And then once we put this on the front, so we can kind of figure out how we want to put this on the front, I probably will use some sort of ribbon to close it, or I'll close it with a little bit of ribbon up here actually, and that way I can just attach this towards the top. So I'll put some glue on the top here. I'm just gonna put some glue all over this. And I'm gonna lay this flat so that when I put it on, gentle. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna post a picture of this later, but when I end up closing it, I'm gonna close it with some twine or something, and I'll punch 2 holes in the top to help close it. Because I don't want to close it permanently where they can't like get into it, and or that they have to like rip it in order to get into it. So just trying to be, you know, make sure it's easy, you know, on people. So the card is actually, so I thought it was a 3x3, which would be like our love note size, but it's a little bit bigger. It's like 3.5 by 3.5. So it's a little bit bigger than our love note size. We have love note envelopes that are 3x3, and these are a little bit bigger, which I like. I think this is perfect. I'm hoping that it's going to slide in here somehow, which it does, and that's good. And then I can put a little treat in there, and that'll be nice. So, yeah, so let me show you how I'm going to punch those holes, because I think that's getting dry. You could use any kind of hole punch to do this. I'm going to start with a smaller hole punch. Like we had some Stampin' Up ones at one point. So I'm going to start with something smaller and see if I can find a twine that'll fit in here. If I can't, then I will upgrade to a larger hole. I was looking at some of our twines from the in colors. I don't think any of them go well. So then, you know, I'm looking at, well, I have a lot of white twine, so I could just stick a piece of white twine in there, and that would probably work just fine. So let's see what that looks like. And if I really think, I don't want to detract too much from, I mean, it's a cute project without this. I don't think it needs it. I just think that in order to increase the functionality, it's going to make it a little bit better. So I'm just going to tie a little bow, hopefully. Let's see. Hopefully. So I'm going to tie a knot first. Anytime we tie with twine, tie a knot first and then tie your bow, because if not, you'll never get there. So yes, they will have to cut the twine in order to get in, but then they could just replace it with like baker's twine or something they have. There. So now we have a very cute card and envelope. So nice, awesome. Thanks y'all so much. Thanks for joining me. We'll do a little more Halloween next week, so make sure you come back. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye y'all. See you later. Bye.